We're at Hertfordshire Triumph, about to ride the brand new 2017 Triumph Bonneville Bobber. The Bobber uses the same 1200cc parallel twin-cylinder high-torque motor as a Bonneville T120, but with 10% more power and 106 Nm of torque at 4.5k. Triumph claims 96 miles per gallon, which should give you a range of 138 miles with a tank of fuel. For an authentic classic look, the styling gurus at Triumph have awarded the Bobber a trick-looking drum brake inspired rear wheel. This look is continued by the very cool rear mudguard loop that really helps to strengthen the bike's alluring vintage image. It has neatly tucked away monoshock rear suspension and a handy adjustable riding position, along with snazzy bar end mirrors that are surprisingly useful and look super cool. For a bike with a 19-inch front wheel and a 16-inch up rear, it handles amazingly well. What a machine! For a retro bike, it looks like it might be a bit slow. It's a bit of a beast! Wow! I really like this, and you know what? I think it's impossible not to. I've got an ideal day, a lovely twisty road, and what a cracking bike to ride on it! Wow! For a summer ride for twisty British country lanes, this thing is going to be the ultimate, I think. It really is. Absolutely superb already, and I've been in it a few minutes really. So the Bobber is an incredibly popular bike. The sales guys told me that if you want one, you're going to have to wait till September now. Expected sales units have far exceeded what they expected actually. And I think they're up to about, well, quite a few thousand apparently already. Which is good. And that includes sold bikes and wanted bikes apparently. And I can see why. I mean, it's a very lightweight bike and first go, very, very easy to ride. So what would the Bobber be like as a first bike for a first time rider? Well, it would be an absolutely perfect machine. Very agile, very lightweight, lots of power, but enough power, not too much. It's there if you want it, it's there to get used to, there to build up to, and there to learn with, safely. Anybody buying one of these for the first time is going to have a riot too. They really are. The engine's got a bit of a grunty sound to it. It could be improved. You can get better exhausts, or silencers at least. Well, it's got plenty of pull, that's for sure. Very nice too. Brakes seem very good as well. ABS is standard, obviously. It's law now. Wow, what an easy bike to ride. Really. Fantastic. Oh, hand was like a dream as well. Engine braking, absolutely spot on. I can tell you something, there's nothing wrong with this engine at all. For what it is, this engine is absolutely perfect. It's a tried and tested Bonneville engine, loads of character, loads of heritage and history behind it. Wow, you're not going to go wrong with this machine. So what have we got here? Well, we've got ride-by-wire throttle, we've got cruise control, we've got ABS. Grunty engine, hey! And I mean really, for a bike review, what more do you want than yes, yes, yes? Incredible. Suspension's nice, I mean it's a very potholey road this. we're between Hemel and Watford now, and this part of Hertfordshire is notoriously bad when it comes to road surfaces, and this is fine. It's better than I would have thought actually. Got the monoshock suspension. It's hidden away to give the bike that hardtail look, which I think it pulls off really well. And to be honest with you, as a fun, cool looking bike that really handles, I don't think there's anything this thing doesn't pull off well. What a cracker. I'm not too keen on the look of the seat actually, the back of the seat anyway, but that's just me. Styling wise, it's beautiful. There are lots of people that are going to say, oh well, it's not a real bobber. A real bobber is any kind of bike really, usually a Harley, in inverted commas, or some of the older Triumphs that are chopped down, stripped down to bare minimum, and that Triumph hasn't got a right really to use a bobber name, but it's a lovely bike, and make of it what you will really. I can't see anything wrong with this machine whatsoever. I can see a lot of people on them this summer, a lot of people, and it's very obvious why. I certainly would like one, that's for sure. What a fun machine. Going through the gears, changes are really easy. I feel a little bit cramped personally, but then again you could call that sporty, couldn't you? Depending on your take on it. And I think I could probably do with forward facing controls as well, foot controls. Bit more of a cruisery feel to it, but again that's only me. I'm sure a lot of people would agree with that, but a lot wouldn't. I went to the London launch of this bike late last year, and it's a bit of a mystery launch. Nobody knew what Triumph were launching. A lot of us thought it would be a bobber, and we were correct, it was. And people got very excited over it, and for good reason. I know a lot of people put the deposits down on this pretty much straight away, and anyone that did is going to be really rewarded this summer. So more roundabout handling fun. There we go, it's lovely. Like a heat-seeking missile, this thing. It really is. Brilliant. So, a word about the dealership. This one here is on loan from Heart Triumph in Hemel, and they have been brilliant. I can vouch for them. I've bought two bikes from them myself in the past. A 2013 Street Triple R, which I eventually swapped for a 2015 Daytona R. Both great bikes, both very well looked after and maintained by the guys at Heart Triumph. I really would recommend them. Good blokes, fair, decent, and actually they've done me a few favours too in the past, which I didn't have to do. So all power to them. I know they're very proud of their level of service, and I can see why actually. So if you're up for Triumph and you're in the south of England, or anywhere actually in the UK, contact those guys, speak to Toby, he will definitely hook you up. Maybe either with a Bonneville. So, who's buying Triumph Bonneville Bobbers at the moment? Well, you know what, I think pretty much anyone with a sense of style really that knows what a cool bike looks like. These things are beautiful, and I'll define anybody that thinks it differently really. A few people have a few problems with some of the looks, the back end I think especially, but I haven't personally. But I think it's going to be quite popular with your hipsters, your beanie latte drinking people, which is fine. They've got a right to enjoy bikes too. I can see lots of different people buying this bike, anyone and everybody. And as a retro choice, I think it's probably the number one. They've also got the Thruxton R, and obviously the Thruxton, and the standard Bonneville and the Bonneville Scrambler, and the Street Twin, under the whole retro kind of guise, and they're all great. I haven't ridden the Street Twin actually, or the Scrambler, but I shall, and I shall be uploading them sometime soon, no doubt. So what do I like about this? Well, to be honest with you, everything. It's agile, it's got a great sound, it's lightweight, it's got a great pull, it looks beautiful, I mean absolutely stunning. And what's not to like about it, really? Absolutely gorgeous. And there are a few neat little tricks, like the monoshock suspension is hidden away. I quite like that. I like the wheel hubs, it makes it look a bit retro too. And they've made a good effort with this bike, really. It's been well thought out. So marks out of 10 for this. For what it is, I have to say a 10 personally. I really do. Amazing. Mirrors work well too, actually. For little tiny round mirrors, they work fine. Very usable, which surprises me actually. So what don't I like? Appearance wise, the digital display, it kind of kills the retro feel a bit. I think the revs are a bit small, hard to see. Seats a little bit vibrating, I found. But they're such minor points. I don't think, you know, you could go on any bike and say, yeah, this bike's perfect, I love every single thing about it. I just don't think that's possible. Even my personal favourite bike, my own GS, which I love, it's got its niggles, but I can see through those. And the niggles on this are so minor that you definitely see through them. As an all day long riding bike, you know, I can't comment. I've had a relatively short time on this, but I think if you're riding all day and you're stopping at cafes, coffee shops, I think it'd be pretty comfortable. Motorway rides, wouldn't really fancy it. A lot of people will laugh at me for saying that, but maybe I'm not that hardcore. But one of these at night, in the rain, in the motorway, with luggage on a tour, no thank you. I'll take my GS. But for everything else, brilliant. To round this bike up, well, I think there's a big gap in the market for it. It's going to sell really well with good reason. It has been exceptionally well thought out. Anybody that says differently really doesn't know what they're talking about. It really has been exceptionally well thought out and designed. You can't argue with that. I absolutely love it. A-star plus, 10 out of 10. The only difficult thing really with this bike is going to be handing it back. It's going to be quite hard, I think. I would like one of these for perhaps a week as a long-termer. A long sunny week when I've got nothing else much on. Yeah, go and buy one, it's brilliant. I popped into Infinity Motorcycle Accessories in Watford for a quick cup of tea. They all came out and they all absolutely loved it. And they are not really retro fans, they're probably fans of the sportier type bikes really, but I think they were quite impressed. Well, Bag of Hearts Triumph, and I can honestly say I've had an amazing time on this and I do not want to give it back. Thanks guys. Oh, there's my bike. Back next to its friends, there we go, its cousins. I love bikes. In an ideal world I would take all of these home, but alas, I'm not a millionaire. I don't think my friends at Triumph love me that much. Anyway, over and out. Thanks for watching. See you another time. Bye bye.